Armies and police departments are completely different things. This is something that I think we fail to understand in the United States. But it's something that we need to understand in the United States. The job of an army is to blow things up and kill people. That's what you're trained for when you go into the Army. Here's how you blow up that city. Here's how you kill the people in it. Police officers, police departments are, at least in theory, and actually I think in the majority of cases in practice, trained to protect human life, not to take it, and to protect property, not to destroy it. So police departments, by necessity, by mission statement, should have a different set of equipment than an army. Police department, you want something that every police department in this country should have? Segways, bicycles, things that get people out in the streets where they can talk to human beings one-on-one, and yet they can continue to conduct their policing. Maybe horses. The problem with horses is that the police officer's so far up, there's no peer-to-peer interaction. Good shoes. Lapel cameras. So that interactions are videotaped in a way that protects the police officer if there's any dispute. You know, if Officer Wilson had been wearing a lapel camera, right now, Ferguson may not be in flames. I mean, it may still be. Like I said, what has happened is we've pulled a scab off, and now the wound underneath it is bleeding all over because that wound is really, really deep. And that wound is called centuries of institutionalized racism. And ongoing policies by banks and banksters and people in the power structure, the corporate power structure of this country, that marginalize, minimize, and steal from people of color. I mean, classic example, the payday loan scam industry. If you are a poor person of color who's working and you can't afford to get, or your credit is so bad you can't get, or you live in a neighborhood where there is not a Bank of America branch, I mean, for many people in this country, the only way that they can do their banking is through these payday lenders and check cashing services. And so they end up paying 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 50 times what other people are paying. Or you could say an infinite number of times. I mean, a lot of banks have, a minimum balance if you keep at least $20,000 or $50,000 or $100,000 in their bank. All banking's free. Now, compare that with a payday lender where you could pay up to 400% in interest. I mean, this isn't just a 400 to 1 ratio. It's a 400 to 0 ratio. You divide it by 0, you get infinity. Or you divide into 0, whichever. It's been too long since I did math. But you get my point. So why is it that our Department of Defense, since the 1990s, that our Department of Defense and Congress have been giving weapons of war, weapons that are designed to kill people and destroy things? Why are we giving weapons of war to police departments? Well, it's a war zone out there. You know, those black people in those neighborhoods, they got guns. Well, maybe we should do something about A, poverty in the inner city and all across the country for that matter. B, gun control. Oh, we can't have gun control. We got the NRA, you know. Can't do something about poverty. That's transferring wealth. That's what Karl Marx advocated. We can't do that. What? Yeah, take from the rich and give to the poor? You can't do that. Well, the rich seem to be doing a very good job of taking from the poor and giving to the rich. I mean, look at the history of the transfer of wealth in this country since Reaganomics was imposed on us. It's been massive. It's a multi-trillion-dollar, depending on whose numbers you're looking at, somewhere between $2 and $17 trillion has been transferred from poor and middle-class, working-class people to rich people in the last 32 years. These are real issues.